So we started dating in February, like late February after Valentine's Day, our senior year of high school, and I knew that I was going to marry her by May. She just, the way that she carried herself was the way I just knew that's who I wanted to keep in my life forever. I just knew that she was that missing piece. So we always call it like the day that we knew. And so that was just kind of how we knew that we were going to be able to move on from that section of our life of wondering. And so we, ever since that day, yeah, we always knew.
So Kyle and I met when we were 13, and we did community theater together in Maryland Heights. We did theater for a couple years together in the summers, and then we re-met via social media our senior year. We kept in touch all those years. And then yeah, we met via Snapchat particularly. It was about, he had Snapchatted me that he had gotten into all-state choir because he knew I was into choir, and so we struck up a conversation about that, and then we decided to go get coffee.
So Alaina and I actually met doing community theater back when we were in middle school. We did Sioux School, and we got to spend that summer together. We spent a couple of summers together doing that. And then when we went to high school, we both kind of stopped doing community theater through Maryland Heights. And so we took a break. Then our senior year of high school, we kind of reconnected. When I made all-state choir that year, I accidentally Snapchatted her. I was supposed to go to one of my friends from high school, but I clicked her name instead. And so that's when we decided we were going to catch up as some old friends and go on our first date together.
We both kind of decided to get coffee together, but I was really going into it thinking that it was just like catching up with an old friend, and he was telling everyone, oh, I'm going on a date, you know?
It was a very, very cold and rainy day in January, and we met at Starbucks, and again, I thought it was a date. I don't think she thought it was a date.
And it was cold outside, but there were no tables inside. So we got our coffee, we both got ice drinks because we love ice drinks, and we went outside and sat in the cold, and it started raining, but we just loved talking to each other. So since it was the first date, we both were a little bit nervous, you know, or meet up even. So we didn't want to say, oh, I'm cold, you know, so we just kind of both stuck through it. And then when we were done, we both were like freezing, but it was really fun. And I remember my face hurt because I kept smiling the whole time. Like afterwards, I was like, my cheeks are killing me because I just can't stop smiling. This guy's so awesome.
She is everything that I'm not. I am odd and quirky and just quiet sometimes, and she is just this extra bubble of energy and joy, and she brings so much joy to my life, and on times where I feel like I can't complete a task, or whenever I feel like I can't do something, she just always finds a way to give me that extra motivation to do it. And you know, and just seeing her work ethic and the way that she models that just inspires me.
I have two things that I really love about Kyle. One is his sense of humor. So he always makes me laugh. So sometimes, you know, if I'm not feeling sad or I'm feeling down, he always just wants to make me smile and feel better. And sometimes he doesn't even try to, and he just makes me smile. And I think it's important to have someone in your life who makes you smile and reminds you of happy things when life can get kind of sad. And then the other thing that goes along with it is, even though he's got I think he has a great sense of humor, he also knows when to comfort me. You know, he's a really great comforter, and so someone who can listen and be there and have great advice when you're sad or you're down, to lift you up and to encourage you is really important. So. It was pretty early into our relationship. It was after we had gone on a date or something, and we were at my house, and we just were talking about the future because we were about to go away to college. And so we kind of needed to decide hey, do we want to stay together? Are we going to try this? Do we see a future with each other? And we talked for a while, and we came to the conclusion, yeah, I totally can see a future with you. We should do this. And so after this long conversation, we kissed, and it was just a simple kiss, but we both feel like time stopped. It was really a magical moment. I have never felt that ever. And so we both pulled away, and I remember saying, did you feel that? And he was like, yeah.
So for a long time, I knew that I wanted to marry Alaina, obviously, and so I knew that I was going to do it, but I didn't really know when the right time was going to be. So then our families planned a trip to go together to DisneyWorld in June, and so that was just like the light bulb moment. I was like, okay, this obviously has to be it, right? You can't not pass an opportunity to propose at Disney.
So going into the trip with our families, I thought if it's gonna happen, it'll probably happen on the trip because both of our families are there. Our Disney World is our favorite place. But I didn't know where, and I didn't know how. So in the morning I was excited, but a little bit nervous, and I, put on my cute outfit and we got ready, and we got to the park, and I was just kind of carrying on as normal, and we did a couple things in the morning. He seemed a little bit like tired and a little bit stressed, but it didn't seem, I didn't think anything of it until he told me we were going to meet our families by the castle at 10 because we were separated at this point.
And we got to Disney in June, and I knew I wanted to do it at Magic Kingdom, but of course we planned a week's vacation, and Magic Kingdom wasn't until Thursday, so I had this like almost a full week before that I had to just wait, and so that was super fun. And so we always joke that we had to go all throughout Disney dressed up in nice clothes because she kind of suspected it, but at the same time she didn't, and so that's where my little trickery came into play.
And so then we got near the castle, and I was kind of like, hey, where are they at? And he's like, I think we're meeting on the side now. I'm like, okay, let's go. And he's like, hold on, I'm not sure. I need to text my mom. And so he was, feeling a little stressed. At this point, my brothers were by me, and he said, I need to go to the bathroom. So we went to the bathroom, and I looked at my brother and I said, if he proposes, you better get it on camera. And Sam was like, okay. So I kind of had a feeling it was coming, but again, I was like, well, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm psyching myself out. So then we start walking up to the side of the castle, and I see both of our families and a photographer. And then I was like, yep, it's totally gonna happen. And so then we took some pictures of the families and then just us, and I was just kind of waiting for it at that point. And then he pulled the ring out, and I did a little twirl, and I was really excited, and it was really special. And I loved the moment we had, but I also love the fact that both of us don't remember what he said at all.
We got there, and we had a photographer there to capture the whole thing, and I look back on it, it was the best day of my life, because you just can't pass up that opportunity. And so I think just with all the factors going into it, it was perfect.
The thing that I'm looking forward to the most about our wedding day is sharing a really beautiful day with all of our friends and family, and getting to just make our relationship forever, and get to make that vow in front of our parents and our siblings and our friends, and just getting ready to embark in the next journey, a next step in life together.
Yeah, I think we're both very family-centric people, so just to have all of them there, and I think we also both just have a lot of friends from different assets in life, and so just be able to bring everybody together from different parts of life and bring them all into one space, it's just going to be a very cool experience. I think we're both really looking forward to that. Yeah, just being able to get to celebrate. It'll be the last 5 years.
Kyle, I am so excited to spend the rest of my life with you. It's something that we've talked about for a long time, and even though we'll have a lot of nerve-wracking, scary adventures in life, I can't wait to spend those times with you and get through those with you. Thank you for always being someone that I can lean on, and someone who I can always go to and talk to about anything. You make life 1,000% more fun, and I can't wait to be Mrs. Baldwin.
Alaina, all I can say is thank you for going on this journey with me. It's been a long and sometimes bumpy 4 years, having to be away from each other for our almost entire relationship, but we did it, and we're finally here. And I'm just so proud of us that we were able to finally do this, and I'm just so excited to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you.